Okay, so here's how we make cider. This is a 2x4 piece of plywood, 2 foot by 4 foot, and then 2x4s. I apologize that we have not stained this yet. But then you buy a mixing bowl from Walmart, or if you happen to have a stainless steel one, and then a halfway decent garbage disposal. This is like a Waste King, half horsepower. It's been great. It hasn't bogged down or overheated at all. And it came with a plug. So all we do is just plug it into an extension cord. But basically what we're doing is we're just cutting all of our apples in half just so that they fit down inside the garbage disposal better. But this is essentially just a hopper for the garbage disposal. And then we, once we have our apples, just kind of feed them into there. And it grinds it up. And what it grinds it up into is your pulp. I mean, this stuff is really fine. It's as fine as it was when we were testing it with our food processor. So the garbage disposal method works fantastic. And we grind it straight into the sack, right in the 5-gallon bucket. Then we bring it over here, and then I'll lift this bucket, this sack up and out. You can see there's already a bunch of cider in there, or juice. And then set it right inside of our pressing basket, the sack and all. And once we set it in there, we'll just use our press. So it's just, again, this 2x4s with two 4x4s cut into for both the feet, and there's one down here as a base and one at the top. So you have something strong to press against. And these are lag bolted in from the side, so you have some good strength because you're going to be putting quite a bit of pressure on here. And this 2x4 is basically only there just so you could notch it out and slide your hydraulic jack in. So it's just a holder. And then we use these blocks here, these spacers. And what these do is these go in between the bottom of the jack and then the lid. And then I've got just a couple different sizes depending on how full your bags are. So that's basically how you make it. And show you the end product here when we're all said and done. So it's going to be a little noisy here when I start to grind, but I'll just show you how this works. So what I did was just take some screws. I'll probably come up with something a little more permanent, but this was perfect. Piece of scrap PVC I had laying around, put some screws in it as a stopper. So when it goes down in the feed, it can't go in past a certain spot. So I don't have to worry about cracking off the end of the plastic in the actual garbage disposal. But let me show you how this works here. I'm going to plug it in. It's get a little noisy, and we'll grind up a little bit so you can see how it happens. See if I can do this one-handed. So the noisy part's not the disposal, it's actually pretty quiet. But actually when it comes to the grinding. So as you can see, that's all there is to it. Just want to show you too, now that it's empty, and you can see that in there, that's the apple, but it actually goes a lot easier when you don't have much in the hopper. But the hopper's nice, you just kind of toss them in, and then once you get them in there, you just kind of push down, and that's it. On to the next apple, and just keep doing that over and over. Some of them just fall right down in, some of them don't. But then, once you get ready, push your apple in and out comes your stuff. Your puree ready to be pressed. Okay, so the final product is apple cider. You can can it. There's all sorts of opinions on how long it can last and everything else. So just use caution. Just try it. See how it tastes. Whatever else, but. We drink a whole bunch of it fresh, and then we also keep a bunch of it canned for over the winter. And yeah, It's nice to have fresh apple juice. So that's the end product.